Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Victor Wembanyama, 26 points, but the Knicks able to prevail. Jalen Brunson doing Jalen Brunson things. Knicks down 1, hits the key 3, and then Brunson with another key bucket. He goes for a huge fourth quarter, 13 points, and the Knicks win game 1. Watch parties here, there, and everywhere, cheering on the Knicks to a game 1 victory, 105-95. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito, Alan Hahn, Steve Novak, Wally Zerbiak. Let's get right to Landry Shamet, our BritBox player interview, BritBox stream, the best of British TV. Landry, congrats. You guys are down 14 points in the third quarter. You came back again. You prevailed down the stretch. How did you guys pull it off tonight?
You know, we told ourselves we just need to keep chipping away. You know, we know with leads like that, you're not going to get it back in one possession. So this was just on staying solid. A lot of emotions, game 1 of an NBA Finals. You know, so I think early in the first half we weren't playing great. The deficit wasn't really where it wasn't out of reach or anything crazy. I think we got a little bit too emotional early, but you know, we settled in. Stuck with our principles, and I say it all the time. You do that, you know, good things typically happen.
Landry, you talk about, you know, you're emotional. Obviously, it's the NBA Finals. These things happen. You get into a game, you start to feel it out. When you get to halftime in that locker room, what is the conversation going on with such a veteran group? What was the conversation at halftime? What was the adjustment?
You could feel it. I mean, we all could feel it. You know, we kind of knew and had a feeling like, all right, let's settle in, bro. Like, you know, let's be us, be ourselves. You know, settle in, take care of the things we can control. And that was really the emphasis.
Landry, how important is the leadership when we see the ball in Jalen Brunson's hand late in the game? What kind of confidence does it give you when you've been on the court with a guy in these big moments, now 12 straight playoff wins, 7 straight road wins? What kind of confidence does it give you when you see the ball in the captain's hands late in games to know no matter what the situation, no matter where the game is, this team can win the game?
Yeah, he's our captain for a reason. He's not afraid of the moment. He embraces it, and you know, feels good having a guy like that at the helm for sure.
Hey, Landry, thanks so much for joining us. Congrats on a great performance. Another great performance by the team, and we'll talk to you down the line. Game 2, of course, coming up on Friday night.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, he was remarkable again. I mean, 13 points off the bench. Knicks closed the game on an 11-0 run. They're down 94-86. They went a stretch of about 4 minutes in the fourth quarter where they didn't score, but Shamet and everybody else able to come through, Al.
Yeah. Before we even get to how the game ended, let's just take a look at Landry Shamet's contributions to this game. You mentioned the 13 points. The bench got 28 points in this game. The Spurs bench, which has been very good for them, got 20. This is what you're looking for when you're on the road. Can your bench outplay a home team bench? That's not easy to do, guys, but Shamet came in confident in his shooting, 3 for 6 from downtown. That's a big part of this for him. He has been lights out in the postseason from 3.
Yeah, and you need his eyes on the perimeter and his effort defensively, and he's a guy that's been in the finals. And, you know, he knows how to execute, even though the other team on the road hit first. Spurs played really good basketball for 3 quarters. The Knicks never lost their composure. I think that's a great sign for the rest of this series. This locker room stayed tight. They stayed connected in a hostile environment. They walked them down by getting stops. That was the key. Josh Hart was huge. He was in foul trouble at the beginning. You see how important he is at the end of the game. He got every loose ball, every free rebound, and then he comes out of the pack, the smallest guy in there, gets it, fast break buckets. Jalen Brunson on the other end. What a performance by this Knicks team again. Another double-digit road victory.
Amazing.
7 straight.
You know how hard that is to do? Win on the road, let alone do it?
Here's how
7
hard
in a
it
row?
is. Here's how hard it is. It's never been done in NBA history.
Well, it was never done at 6. Now it's definitely never done at 7. Duh.
You're paying attention.
Yes,
That's good.
I am.
And oh, by the way, the Knicks have won 12 straight playoff games. They won 12 games in a row. So it's
really amazing.
Knicks down 14 in the third quarter, as I mentioned. It's tied after the third quarter. And then the Knicks, Steve Novak, 11-0 run to close. 11-0 run to close the game.
And this is just what we've seen time and time again, is this team is at their absolute best late in games. They've got guys who can step up. They've got a whole slew of guys off the bench, like we were just talking about with the Deuce McBride. And the Landry Shamits, the impact that guys like Mitch come in the game and they have on not just regular season games, not just home games. We're talking about NBA Finals on the road. And so the ability for this team to put the ball in whoever's hands is open, and for those guys to deliver, I think is the most impressive part. It is not predictable. It really is unbelievable.
Tell you what, though, this guy's special.
He is.
That's a step back three, down 8, drills it, so now it's 5. Shot. You know, he started, he put a little scare in you because they went 9-0. There's an N1.
Yep.
So he's letting you know, okay, I'm home, I'm the star, I'm 22 years old, I got to make some plays. But how about this play?
This is the play of the game.
Huge play by Jalen Brunson, a tap back, and then bucket.
Guys, they've gone almost 5 minutes without scoring before that.
If you don't make that
the
shot,
extra possession is crucial to get an extra possession off an offensive.
Look at this, he dribbles off his foot.
How about Josh Hart? Dribbles off his foot, the old foot trick. And then Jalen Brunson, this is a tough shot. This is great defense.
Wow, give me a break.
Bang.
No, I just mean, when you talk about Mr. Clutch, right, and big shot making, I mean, just look at the look in Patrick Ewing's eye.
We got watch parties outside MSG, Plaza 33.
The whole damn city.
No one sleeps tonight.
Inside MSG, we got Central Park, we got orange and blue everywhere. And this was very much like game 1 against Cleveland. Obviously, the Knicks weren't down by as many points. They're a little bit shaky in terms of their execution. Then they pull it out. Here are your numbers here for the games. For the game, let's take a look at
second chance points. Monster number there, 23
points in the paint, 50 against Wemby. That's good.
Yeah, that's really, a lot of Brunson.
That's really good.
A ton of Brunson. But the second chance points early on, it was San Antonio getting a lot of the offensive rebounds, getting a lot of the second chance points. The Knicks turned that. Turnovers. Remember, Knicks had 8 in the first half. They had 1 in the second half. That's a big part of it too. They were turning the ball over, things that were uncharacteristic. I love what Landry Shamit said. We knew what was going on. We understood it. We talked about it. We made adjustments, came out. They knew exactly what they needed to do. That's a veteran team.
It is a veteran team, and I think this game, and now being at the end of game 1, it really is very telling because we've watched this team win 11 games in a row, and you thought, all right, another 8-day layoff. Let's just see how they respond. Can they be different than they were in that game 1 against Cleveland? They come out and you get a road win. Having home court advantage in the NBA Finals is a big deal. And for this team to be even more prepared for this series, I think it is just telling of, look, this team is who they look like they've been over those last 11 and now 12 games. And so a lot of games to play, plenty of series left. But getting this first win on the road against San Antonio, it again tells you just something else, another level of how good this team is playing. And yes, they are as good as they look right now.
Yeah, and individual matchups are the key to winning series like this. And look at the way Wembanyama and Karl-Anthony Towns match up. Karl-Anthony Towns is not scared of that guy. We didn't see it one bit. He went right at him. He defended him very solidly, made him take a lot of shots to get his points, 6 for 21. Karl-Anthony Towns looks quicker than Wembanyama. Yeah, he's not as long, but Towns is still 7 feet tall. And Towns looks like he's got a little bit of a foot speed advantage on Wembanyama. And if you push him, run him, he gets a little bit winded. I think Towns is going to be a huge key to this series because he can look Wembanyama in the eye and he can play him to a standstill.
Great segue, Wally, because Karl-Anthony Towns is our Untuckit power player. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked, untuckit.com. Clothes for Allen. 18 and 12, Karl-Anthony Towns.
Just a double-double, that's what he does, and we saw this early in the game. If they were going to spread out and leave the paint open, he was just going to drive around Wembanyama. He's got a strength advantage, and he's got the quickness, like Wally said, finishing at the rim. This is an element of his game we saw a lot this season, and in this series, now against Cornet, it's even easier. And then the passing, which is also a big part of what he does. 18, 12 with 4 assists. Yes, he had some foul issues, but that's going to be part of his game because he plays so physical and aggressive. But for Karl-Anthony Towns, he's got to look at this matchup as a personal one. This has got to be for him where he says, okay, you know what? If I win my matchup, we win this series. And that's important. Like each series, it's been one player who's been the difference maker. In this series, he can be that guy.
All right, just getting started here. An exhilarating game 1.